Hey there everyone, this is Seb and this is Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain. And we have a appointment with Asimov, as it were, because she needs to die and Kain needs to take her token to a pillar to restore balance once more. And in order to meet this Asimov witch, we need to go through the cathedral, which is quite a chore because this place is huge. It is a very interesting dungeon. Not so much in the way the gameplay works, because it's not all too tough or too interesting. Although it can be a bit confusing because it has a lot of teleporting back and forth going on, like so. Between different planes, because obviously Asimov is the guardian of dimensions. Don't hit me, thank you. And as a planer, she knows a thing or two about different planes, so you need to teleport in between them. That makes it a bit interesting, but also it's very interesting. Where's the door? It's over here. In the way that this area has big consequences on the story, actually. Well, not so much consequences, just it gives us a big hints in the story and tells us a bit more about the background of Nosgoth, its history, and some other neat things, which we will explore, obviously. But yeah, you get to go back and forth quite a bit between the areas here, and here you want to pull switch 1 and 3, and that's it. To avoid the demons here, I like to just use the mist form, then they can't hit you, and makes things a lot easier on you, and faster as well. Actually, I want to use that Heart of Darkness, I do believe. And yeah, the demons made mincemeat out of me last episode, if you remembered. So I'm down quite a few hearts, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We will survive, guys. We will survive. Anyway, over here it should now have opened up, and it has. But yeah, there's a lot of history in this cathedral, and actually remember Ariel telling us that there will be 3 instruments to help us on our quest as she sent us towards this place. Well, we will actually find said items, and she also talked about, in order to get them, we need to rise and fall. Did I hit the switch twice? I did. So we will do that as well. Rise and fall in between planes, actually. And that was another magic up. So yeah, it's like this is a alternate version, actually, of the area we were just in. Pretty cool. But this is not rising or falling just yet. We will get to that in just a bit. At least I hope, because I'm not sure, because this area is so freaking huge. I'm not entirely sure if we get any rising and falling done in this episode. Yeah, let's go on here, and we're back here now. No, I don't need to go up, because now the center part should have opened up, I do believe. Yes, it has. Okay, and let's move there and explore that part. Another locked door stands in our way. We can't have none of that, so let's pull the switch and... Oh, some Hearts of Darkness. Nice. And you can kill these guys, but I just like to avoid them. It's much quicker. And it tends to save a lot of resources, because they hit so freaking hard, as we discovered so well last episode, where they nearly murdered my ass. Anyway, let's go up here towards the altar. Hey buddies. For some life up, magic up, everything up. Life is good, ain't it? You die now, and we go over here to nothingness. Yeah, there's nothing here. We've already been here, I think. Okay, other way. So, huge cathedral. Apparently Asimov is the leader of this church and of these disciples who we can easily kill. They're not too strong, though they can hurt. They can hurt for sure. But they only take like 2 hits to dispatch, so they're not a big problem. These dudes, however, yes. So I guess this is like the demonic world here. And for some reason Asimov figured it'd be a fun idea to open up a gateway there, so you know, we get all the demons out here, and it sucks because the town kind of got destroyed. But hey, at least it's not Mars, right? There's still some life left here. Unlike some Mars projects that totally got destroyed by opening gateways to hell. Are you dizzy yet? Well, get ready for this, because over here there's a secret. And it's a pretty awesome secret. It's secret number 53, I think. But yeah, here we get a bit of a preview of the area we will be in later. This is actually probably what Ariel meant with fall. This is a bit of a hellish area. It's like the catacombs of the cathedral, but we're not going there yet because we have this secret to explore. Which is a pretty awesome secret because it has lots of items, which is always nice. But it also has some story elements to it actually, which is pretty neat. But yeah, loads of items here to gather, lots of hearts of darkness, so that's pretty nifty. So we can stock up again from my area from last episode. And we can continue on. And actually find a little altar here. Interesting. And there's a book there, and we can read it. And it reads as follows.
And Hashak Gix spoke unto the world, and all who heard trembled. Bring me your firstborn, and shed their blood upon the altar of the world, so that I may take nourishment from them. Do this without question, or suffer my wrath for eternity. And its will was done. Alright,
so Hashak Gix, or something like that. It's a weird name to pronounce. We found his altar, and there's a lot of bodies and bones and nasty things here. Talking about blood, sacrifice and all that. Rather important character in the whole scheme of things, and we will perhaps even hear more of him, especially if you play more of the series. They kind of... like Silicon Knight had this idea for this one contained game here, and we will see more of him then, but I won't spoil that yet. But then Crystal Dynamics took over the franchise, and they kind of retconned the original idea for this demonic god. So, you know, depending whether or not you play this game only or you play more of the series, especially the final one, the backstory of this god is a bit different. Or they just added to it and made it all very confusing and Anyway, another vista marker.
Above me stood a memory, etched in stained glass.
yeah, very pretty image here of Vorador fighting off Malak all those years ago, which we saw in the intro. It's depicted here. Pretty cool. Another example of why this dungeon is has more significance to the story, because it just shows more of it and the history of the world. There's a save point where you wanted to use it. I don't, not yet at least. And up here we see an image. This is the first of the instruments we will be gathering over here. But first, a bloody vial, or at least Kain will make it bloody by filling it with such a substance. And this is probably what Ariel meant with first you need to rise. We are in a sort of new dimension or plane that Asimov presumably also created, maybe? I don't know. But this is kind of an heavenly area, so this is what's meant with you first need to rise. You can kind of read into it like so, I guess. And yeah, some slippery floors and stairs, and there's arrow traps which are very hard to see and unfair. And there's the skeleton warriors that are also kind of the same enemies as in Malak's Bastion. But yeah, this is kind of a heavenly place, I suppose. Interesting of note for this place is that it's actually outside, so your lightning spell works. You can use the bat form, which is really weird since it is an inside area. And it will even rain in here, though not the typical rain. When this place is affected by the day-night cycle as well, and the weather cycle, so when it does rain, there are no droplets here. No. Then the apocalypse comes down on this area, and you get fireballs raining down, and it's pretty nice. But I'm not gonna wait on that to show up. Who knows? Maybe it will be there. But yeah, you get like little fireballs raining down, and it's cool to look at. Not so cool to walk into, but I think I want to use another Heart of Darkness, just to be on the cautious side here. Again, Hearts of Darkness replenish way more life. Ouch, run straight into that. If you actually use them, and there's some more life, which we can always use. Okay, more area here. First go through the left path, I do believe. And here it just gets a bit ridiculous with the arrows, so let's just use the mist form and run through it all, why don't we? So yeah, this cathedral, even though we don't know nothing of the religion of this place, of this cathedral, it does have this very satanic, and another life up, very satanic altar hidden within. Now, it's never really stated if this is either maybe Asimov her private altar thing, or maybe it was actually in use by all of Avernus, which does make this cathedral a bit more evil in its essence, don't you think? But it's never really stated. But yeah, this hash guy thing, he is an evil bastard apparently, who like blood sacrifices, preferably from the young children. Because why not? They are so tender and sweet and innocent and nice, and yeah, I don't know. Demons are weird like that. But yeah, let's make our way to this how did that hit me? Whatever, game. But let's make our way through this heavenly area and see what we may find at the end. You already got a bit of... oh yeah, I can't read... walk up the steps in this form, fortunately, because it's all slippery. But yeah, you might have gotten a little sneak peek, as there was a floor mural depicting the item we will be getting. It is, again, a very important item, not just because it's a pretty cool item to use, although it's not my favorite, honestly, but it also has a big significance on the story, at least for the series to continue. I don't think it was planned as such a big deal of an item, but later on Crystal Dynamics figured it needed to be more important and awesome. And oh yeah, this is a teleporter room of great confusion. I'm not sure where to go here. Actually, I think there's not really anything to gather here, I don't think. So just keep on moving along and eventually you should find your way to the exit. Which this is not. Is this the exit? No? I don't remember. Is there anything up here? No, there is not. Or was it just hang a left and then just find your way? I seriously don't remember how this place works. But we'll figure it out. We'll get there eventually. This might drive you a bit nuts. Am I going in circles here? I might be. Let's try this again. Why don't we? Is this it? Yes, this is it. Okay. And here we are. Another nice area here, at least artistically. And we get the...
Time fades even legend, and the origin of Soul Reaver has been lost long ago. But its purpose remains. To feed on the souls of any creature it strikes. Kindred, this blade and I.
The Soul Reaver sword. Yes, the sword which actually got some games named after it. Crystal Dynamics figured it was that awesome. It instant kills pretty much everything it touches, even some bosses. It has some drawbacks, however, mainly that you cannot use magic, since in this game it is a two-handed blade, and also it actually uses magic. Each swing will drain Kain of his mana, and once it is depleted, then the sword is as powerful as the first sword you start the game with, the Iron Blade. So it's okay, but also it has its drawbacks. Generally I like the flame sword more, but in some cases it can be very handy because it instant kills most enemies. Anyway guys, I think this is a nice spot to actually stop and take a breath, and join us next time as we fall into the depths of the cathedral and actually face off against Asimov. And we might actually demo off the Soul Reaver. So, hope you enjoyed this part. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye bye for now.